Hey there guys, welcome back to Advice. I'm John.
I am Andrew.
And I'm Mike.
We're back to do Iron Man, part of the MarvelThon. Messed it up a little bit. Road to Infinity War. So, we're just going to talk about what we thought about the movie. And just like the last one, complete spoilers. So,
Yeah, we just saw Iron Man. It was awesome. One of
Yeah.
the best Marvel movies,
The-
definitely.
The first
Well,
of the MCU that wasn't really an MCU yet.
They didn't even know it.
They didn't know what they were doing until half of this, but it was
Well,
great.
basically, we were talking a lot during the film. We're going to bring some of those ideas in front of you guys. And you can let us know what you think down below, definitely about what we have to say about it. Personally, out of the movies that had to start off with like all the ones that were like self-titled.
Phase one. Right?
But I'm gonna go with like self-titles such
Right.
as Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, and then Thor. I
Yeah.
think are the four that kind of run off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Personally, Iron Man's my favorite one. Captain America had my like ups and downs with, but that's only because we talked about this was the propaganda bullshit. So. That's just my personal preference. I just think some of it was unneeded, and then some of it was a little boring here and there. Overall, that movie was great. But let's talk about Iron Man. That's what we're here for. Iron Man served a way better purpose. We've seen Tony Stark himself selling weapons, doing what he needs to do, and what he has been doing for years. We don't know. We don't really get it like an exact date. But he's been doing this for a long time, and he realizes he's wrong. After realizing that his weapons are being sold to the enemy. So, and I thought that was a really interesting plot, because, I mean, we just watched this, and I haven't watched this movie in, I want to say 10 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
So, seeing this movie, like, fresh out of the box, like I just first watched it again, was probably a real good, like, taste, because we get to see Tony Stark from the very beginning going into Iron Man. And, I mean, all in all, we don't get to see a lot of him with Iron Man, but we get to see funny moments with him. I think one of my favorite scenes is when he's trying out the jet boosters and he goes against the ceiling.
Yeah, and he hits his
Yeah,
face
there's
on
actually a
the
couple
ceiling.
good funny moments that really make you chuckle in this one. They did a good job with this one. They didn't even know about what was to come next. They were just focused on this movie. They didn't focus on this big thing. Obadiah Stane was a good villain. I think he was pretty good. He was decent. Obviously not the best ever. He's not
I
a
think
Loki,
he
but
was a really good starting villain.
yeah.
like,
Like
to
he was
start,
a good
to start it off.
good
antagonist
Because
in
it
the
worked
beginning.
with the company. Like,
Yeah.
company,
Like an insider,
people in company fighting, and he was the one that was organizing with the enemy to buy the weapons because they were going to pay a better price, and it really shows in this movie like things that are happening in the real world that we don't really see,
Yeah.
but we feel like we know, where we are pretty much giving the enemy weapons to fight their own battles, but they're actually fighting against us. So we're just playing both sides. It's a whole big thing in the third world countries, and it really shows it here. So I kind of like that.
I thought that was interesting too. I like how after like going there, being like kind of, I want to say tortured, and how they want more money just to kill him.
Yeah.
I thought that we actually got to translate, and that was interesting. But I think the better part is that he kind of not really like showing it. Like not a lot of people are gonna look at it like this, but he took out his somewhat revenge against them by going back there and kind of just going after the ones who kind of did something to him. Like,
Yeah.
but he was also protecting people, so everyone's looking at it like, no, he's defending people. But in his head, I feel like it was kind of both. Like he's getting his anger out because of what they did to him, that they killed his one friend there,
Yeah.
and all kinds of different stuff. And I mean, if you look at it, look what happened to him. They did that to him.
Yeah.
The whole Shrapnel thing. And I thought another funny moment is when he had Pepper put her hand in him.
Ah!
No, yeah, no, it was funny because
don't take that out.
He had the
Now I'm going to cardiac arrest.
he said something about operation, and then when she actually hit the side, it actually did beat.
Yeah.
It
They
did
operate.
beat.
I thought that was really funny. And then another really, really funny scene is when he's trying to take off the suit, and she walks in and she was like, Tony,
Let's
come
face it.
let's face it, this is not the worst thing you caught me doing.
Yeah, it was like-
I was like, oh.
Moments like that. It's like, I haven't watched this in a while. Just watching it really takes me back, Before, I was like, Infinity War, and before Black Panther and all this kind of stuff, we just had Iron Man. And we just had to look forward to Iron Man 2, which was... But this is, this is Iron Man 1.
We're talking about Iron Man 1 here, so we're talking about the not Rhodey in the film and
Yeah, ex Rhodey and
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think he's all right inside the film, but I prefer the other Rhodey. We'll talk about that when we get to that. But more or less, I think the film served its purpose. I think it did really well. It showed more of like his origin, what we're about. I mean, we didn't get too much of like that from like other films. Like if you think about it, Thor was always just Thor. You know what I'm saying? But I know we'll hop into that like another time. But I'm just saying that's just for example.
Yeah, but Iron Man really kicked everything off. Really good. You know, they were really depending on this one.
And then they like think about it, dude. He created all his equipment. Like he's super smart. And another funny scene is when I forgot his name. He's yelling at the scientists.
Oh yeah, Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps.
I'm not Tony Stark.
Yeah, so you know, everything it really showed you who Tony Stark was as a character and fleshed him out, and they did a good job with that. They did a good job. You know, Pepper too was good. You know, she's good, love interest. You know,
Phil Coulson.
Coulson had his moments.
Oh man.
Before he was killed and brought back, and they.
Yeah, well, let's. That's a whole story for another time.
See, we know too much.
So no, it's fine. It's fine. But I mean, just everything. I mean, and then we didn't talk about this inside the last one, I don't think. But the end credit scene actually. So inside Captain America, we got to see Captain America go back to the present day.
And you see Nick Fury come out and say, "You've been asleep, Cap, for 70 years."
That wasn't the end credit. The end credit was basically the trailer for the next film, which we're not going to talk about because we're kind of like 5 films away from that. So basically, just talking about what this one was, we got to see Tony Stark talk to Nick Fury, which is a big deal for everybody because everyone was like, "Oh my God, who's that? Who's this? What's going on?" And then the Avengers program and everything is just recruiting a giant team that.
Yeah, when he first started, I'm sure everybody was like, "Oh my God, Avengers!" You know,
yeah, I mean that's for people who know who they are. Some people who just watch the movies. No one really reads comics. Like for me.
Yeah.
Like I read comics a lot, so I know the Avengers. I know who all these people are. I knew the Guardians of the Galaxy before anyone knew who they were.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
I didn't even know who they were before the movie came out. I was like, why are they doing a movie like that? But that's true.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it's just it's a good kickoff point. I mean, besides like I guess the first Avenger, Captain America. Besides him, the kickoff point was technically I want to say between Iron Man or Hulk.
Well, Iron Man technically came first. And
so Iron Man. And we had Iron Man first, and Iron Man played a great starting point for technically the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, movies. This is what really triggered everything. Great movie. I'll give it actually 9 out of 10. Actually.
9.
I'll give it. I just really liked it. Like I like Iron Man. I like the first movie. They did everything pretty good. I don't really have any major complaints.
I have no complaints actually. I mean, they did everything well. I mean, if I had to complain about anything, is that the beginning just kind of started in the war type of area. They kind of got the explosion off.
Yeah, I like
and then we go back 72 hours later, and then we re-enter that. Yeah. I thought that was an interesting way to start the movie, but I thought that was kind of like, it wasn't as creative. I was thinking.
I did like the stuff in the cave though. I thought that was cool.
I like
breaking out, and he's like, there's like a time limit, so like he has a couple seconds before they break in. He has to get the suit ready. And he blows himself out of the cave. I think
one of the most badass moments, and I said this right during the film, is that he shot the rocket. He dodges, shoots the rocket, and just walks away. All you see is the explosion behind him.
Yeah, Iron Man did it better than Origins Wolverine.
Yeah.
So,
and then to top it off, he doesn't care who knows. I'm Iron Man.
Yeah. Phil Coulson gives him this whole thing of just tells the press you want to cruise or something, and he says, I am Iron Man. Oh my God! And then
but that just makes it so much better because he's not afraid for people to know who he is, to where most people are. Yeah. Like, I mean, besides again, most other people, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
So that's what makes him more of a better character.
It's a good character.
Tony Stark. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so.
I mean, but I don't know what else we could say. What would you rate it though, since he rated it already?
I'm gonna go with probably an 8. It has its flaws in here or there, but it's a very solid movie. It kicks off this whole thing right. It does everything. It does what it's supposed to do, pretty much. It does everything that needs to get done, and it sends everything forward because this started everything.
Yeah.
So
and it did a good job.
And it did a pretty damn good job. So
no complaints.
No, I'd probably have to go with an 8 myself too. If I had to go higher, definitely be a 9. Because I'm stuck in the middle, so if I had to choose,
8.5 maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
that it's definitely a solid break there. I mean, like I said, the only problem I had with the film, I didn't really see any flaws besides, you know, here and there, but it's nothing really serious.
Oh,
The
yeah.
biggest flaw, I think, for me, was the beginning part, because we see that happen, and then we see all this, and then we don't need to see all that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we could have just started the movie off, and we could have seen that later on. That could have made a whole bigger deal later on. But that, again, that's just me. And like I said, I rated it a solid 8.5. I have not a single problem with this film. I think this film is one of the greatest that actually started off.
Yeah, I agree.
And I mean, let's just hop into this real quick. I think Robert Downey Jr. was one of the best actors to play Iron Man. I can
Yeah,
never
he's definitely a great choice. I cannot see anybody else doing it.
I can't.
I don't know what's happening in Infinity War. I'm just gonna bring it back to there. And who knows? Because Iron Man, you never know what they can do.
Speaking of it, I mean, we also seen Iron Man in the trailers getting knocked out. I mean, he
just see
straight up
Thanos.
gets punched by
Yeah.
Thanos.
So much speculation for that. I cannot wait to see the second trailer.
So we don't have any ideas of what to expect. We're gonna go through all the films, and we're kind of just gonna try to push out ideas here
yeah,
and there.
well, everything connects. So we're
There's
going in
nothing-
order.
There's nothing really inside this film that can actually connect it. So, but besides
But it's
that,
a great film to just watch. You know,
Yeah.
definitely.
if you guys are always interested, definitely just pick up the film.
Yeah.
Besides that, you can also watch it online, I think, somewhere.
Oh, anywhere, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
besides that, guys, I hope you like this video. Definitely like if you like the video. Comment down below if you want to see some more. Let us know what you think. Share the video so your friends can see it. Hit the notification bell so you definitely come back for some more and join us for our next video. We are watching...
The Incredible Hulk.
There you go.
2008.
Oh yeah.
Join us for the next one. Till next time, guys.